מזמור לדוד, אדוני רואי לו אכסר, בן הודש ירביצני, על מי מנוחות ינהלני. נפשי ישובב ינחני במקלי צדק למען שמו, גם כי אלק וגיא מוות, לא ידע רע כי אתה עמדי. שבטך ומשענתך המה ינחמוני, תערוך לפני שולחן נגד צורריי, דשענת בשמן ראשי כוסי רוויה. אך טוב וחסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים. The words of the 23rd Psalm, Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, giving me repose in green meadows, leading me beside the still waters to revive my spirit, guiding me on the right path, for that is God's essence. Though I walk through a valley of the shadow of death, I fear no harm, for you are with me. Your staff and your rod comfort me. You prepare a banquet for me in the presence of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and kindness shall be my portion all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. thank you so much to all of you for coming out, and thank you to all of you for tuning in. And welcome. My name is Rabbi Anibal Mas from Congregation Shari Zedek, and it's my great honor to be here officiating the funeral and honoring the memory of Deanne Spiegel, blessed memory, who was also known to the Jewish people by her Hebrew name, Devorah Bat Yitzchak Sheindel, Zichrona Livracha. She was the daughter of Ed and Sylvia of blessed memory, the wife of the late Harvey of blessed memory, the sister of Murray and Dana, the mother of Gary and Kim, Jill and Sean, the grandmother of Kendra, Tyler and Will, the great-grandmother of Christian and Emilia. Deanne passed away this last Wednesday, peacefully, at the age of 77. This is a world of uncertainty. So many questions, so many things that we don't understand. So with so much that we cannot know about this world, about the why God does certain things in a certain way. The rabbis teach that perhaps in a moment like this, it's better to focus into things that we do know. That is perhaps the source of the tradition to have a eulogy at a Jewish funeral. There is so much that we do know about the life of Deanne Spiegel, Zichrona Livracha. And those memories contain the key to understand that not everything is gone from this world now that her body is no longer with us. Deanne was born in North Battleford, Saskatchewan, February 3rd, 1944. And like many Jews at the time, she came to Winnipeg to pursue higher education, and of course she stayed with family. And it was during those university years that Deanne met and later married Harvey. But she always remained connected to Saskatchewan, creating great memories from all the family time in Goshen, Saskatchewan. Deanne pursued a Bachelor of Nursing and eventually a Master of Nursing. But she quickly transitioned from practicing to teaching at the School of Nursing, where she became a professor, having the privilege to train generations of nurses. But Jews have always appreciated the importance and centrality of a strong family unit, and Deanne was no exception. Considering that the first mitzvah, commandment, in the Torah is to be fruitful and multiply, it should come as no surprise that nurturing a family is considered of extreme importance in the Jewish tradition. Creating a family has been thought of not only as a matter of personal desire, but also as an act that will have lasting impact on the greater community. Family is also the single most important influence in a person's life. From the first moments of life, children depend on parents and family to protect them and provide for their needs. Parents and family form a person's first relationships. And as I mentioned, in a world of confusion and uncertainty, it is more important than ever to make, as Deanne did, our family is the center of our lives and the top of our priorities. And Deanne knew how to split her time between her family and her career. She was close to the whole family, children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews, and enjoyed spending time with all of them. Deanne had many interests, but perhaps the most notorious was her love for live theater. everything to do with live theater in Winnipeg, from Manitoba Theatre Center to the Fringe Festival. And this was a passion that she shared with her beloved Harvey. Eventually, Deanne developed Parkinson's disease. That brought her close to U-Turn Parkinson's, a wonderful organization whose mission is to empower people living with Parkinson's in their pursuit of wellness. And Deanne became a big supporter of that organization. And in return, they helped her to improve her quality of life. So it's now time to hear from people who knew Deanne at best. So I would like to invite Gary and Jill to come forward to the microphone and to share their eulogies with all of us.
Deanne Spiegel, our mother, was tiny and mighty, loving, generous, and selfless. She was a mother, a wife, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, a cousin, auntie, nurse, teacher, and friend. Over the past couple of days, so many people have shared stories about her. When she was young, she used to have a Shetland pony, and she loved that pony so much that she would take her pony to the cottage at Cochin with her. Another story I was told was when she was 16 years old, she got in a car accident and rolled her Jeep, and her best friend Penny was in the passenger seat. And Penny is here with us today. They've been friends since they were 10 years old. Anyways, back to my story. While all that was going on, her father, my Zeta Itzy, watched the entire event of that accident from the bathroom window in their house in North Battleford. There's more details, but we won't get into them here. So we have so many great storytellers in our family, and it's been wonderful to hear them all, and we ask you to continue to share them with us. I will always cherish our memories of Mom's infectious laugh and her great love for spending time with her immediate and extended family. I'll remember our summer vacations to North Battleford and Cochin, where we picked Saskatoon berries, went on boat rides at the lake, and visited with family. And then as I got older, I remember going with her to the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. She knew everyone that attended, and they made a point of coming up to her, and she introduced me to everyone we met. Gary and I want to thank Lynn, her caregiver, all of her doctors, nurses, and healthcare providers, and especially Penny and Barry Hyman, as they were a calming force during some very turbulent times. Even in her last breath, she took care of the two of us and showed us selfless love. May her memory always be a blessing.
She was a great mother. She was always a fiercely independent woman, and she took great care to make sure to instill the value of independence in both Jill and I. All you have to do is ask Jill's husband, Sean, or my girlfriend, Kim, and they may not say independent, they may use the word stubborn, but either way, we definitely got that from her. She was also a very curious person, always open to try new things, and always had a thirst for knowledge. That definitely rubbed off on both of us as well. I attribute our love of travel, our desire to try eating and cooking different things, I attribute that entirely to her. My mom was also an amazing wife. The first house my parents bought together was a small, modest bungalow. My mom didn't actually want to buy that house, but it was the only house that she can convince my dad to buy. So they made an agreement. They would live in the house for 5 years, and then after that, they would find something with a little bit more space to raise their coming family. So 35 years later, my mom finally convinced my dad to spend a little bit of money, take a little bit of risk, and buy a new home. So they moved into the new home, they renovated it, and they made it just right for both of them. Unfortunately, within a few years, my dad became ill. And that was the first time I really saw my mom's nursing skills come into action. She took care of him far past the time that he could care for himself. The things that she did for him and the care that she gave was nothing less than heroic. My mom really loved living in that house. And as her Parkinson's progressed, her intent to stay in that home only became more intense. That's where she wanted to remain, and that's where she ultimately passed. She did it her way, all the way to the end. I love you, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you for the eulogies. She will be deeply missed by all the people that she impacted, friends, family, students, and the community at large. I'm going to continue now with a memorial prayer, El Male Rahamim. El Male Rahamim, Shochem Bameroimim, Hametze Menucha Nechono, Tachat Kafei HaShechina, V'mahalot Kedoshim, Kedoshim Uteorim, Kezohar Araki Amazirim, Eden Ishamat, Eden Ishamat, Devorah Vatitzchak Sheindel, Shealecha Leolama, Atzkarat nishemata began eitein began eitein menuchata lachem balarachamim Ya astir eya vesederkena vavleolamim Utzerur bitzrarachayim Achayim et nishemata Adonai unachalata ותנוח ושלום